Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're out here at the field. Bentley's doing some FPV flying out there. So we brought the A-10 out to do some FPV flights. Unfortunately, I haven't registered the camera yet, and so I think that's the reason why, but it's not working. But anyways, here's my cockpit setup. You can actually see the fans and the mirrors. It worked at home, and then when I got out here, the camera wasn't working, so... Anyways, no FPV flights, but we're going to do some standard flying. And so I installed a pair of E-Flite 80mm fans. These are the 2100 kV from like the F-16, the E-Flite F-16. And this thing is flying amazing with these new fans. And you can see, did a little weathering, just some kind of quick and dirty airbrushing, and painted the landing gear white. I also got the quote-unquote scale main struts. You can see I did a little weathering, and I also ground off the X pattern tread on the tires and then ground in some grooves. So then I also softened the nose strut so that's nice and soft. And this thing will cruise at a quarter throttle, and half throttle is about all you need for most maneuvers, and 3/4 throttle is enough for any vertical maneuver, and full power is reserved for big loops and stuff only, and it's pretty fast. But my last flight was 8 minutes of mixed flying, and that wasn't even taking it that easy. But it cruises at such low power settings now that you can really stretch out the flight times. And I could run 5000s in this and still probably get 6 to 7 minutes. So I may end up ordering some 5000s at some point. But yeah, let's take this thing for a spin. So we have a straight crossing right now, guys. But it's kind of coming and going, so see if I can show you guys the sweet wheelie takeoff this thing will do.
Timer start.
So I'll go ahead and show you guys a full speed or full power pass so you get an idea of just how fast this thing is with these E-Flite fans. Now I'll give you guys a half throttle pass. That's half power. And the sound is pretty scale at half throttle.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
So here's 1/3 throttle, which is probably more than I'd use in flying with the camera. Again, this has the AS3X Plus receiver in it, handling these bumpy wind situations really well. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the vertical here. I'm going to do a loop. Full power.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
And that crossing is getting pretty strong. So that's just under half throttle right here. So I'll do like a more scale like 360 here. Simulated high G turns.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
This thing flies really sweet. Definitely glad I did the fan upgrade on this thing. You guys a knife edge pass. But not that it lacked power or anything. I really wasn't. I had originally planned on changing the fans when I first bought this. But after I flew it, I was like, oh, it flies great. And then one of the bearings started going bad in one of the motors. So the upgrade became mandatory at that point. And here we are at 3/4 power. Look at that knife edge all day. Looking cool, man.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Timer set for 6 minutes. This thing sounds really cool. It's a little quieter than it was originally. We'll do a low pass and then we'll do a touch and go or something. But now the wind doesn't know what it wants to do, so we're going to come in from this side. Yeah, the wind's like, there's probably a thermal coming through here because the wind just can't decide what it wants to do.
Seconds.
That was really interesting. Right before it touched down, I was holding full up and I heard air separation. I don't know if it's from the wing or the elevator or maybe the fan nacelles or something. That was really interesting. Huh. Sounds like dead calm right now.
Timer expired.
Yeah. Didn't quite make it that time. All right, let's try and set this thing down. Yeah, I kind of heard it again right before it touched down. That's really interesting. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's turbulence going into the fans maybe from the wing, which that could very well be it. The high angle of attack on the wing is causing a bunch of dirty air
Minus 1 minute.
to go into the fan units, but that's interesting. It wasn't doing that before, so very interesting. Well, there you go, guys. The E-Flite 80mm fan upgrade on the Freewing A-10, along with the scale struts, made this thing even more fun to fly. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next.